Are you ready for Combat Night?
All right. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us for our post-fight wrap-up of our Combat Night Fort Lauderdale event. I am one of your hosts for the evening, Ramsey White, and I am going to bring the fellas in. As always, Miles, the Black Santa Amos, our ring announcer extraordinaire.
Ho, 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 you already know it's going down.
And commentator and fighter. And then we got Coach Ben Stark, commentator,
the only
cut man, coach,
handsome
and,
guy.
Hey, no arguments here.
Hey,
and a new person to the panel, the retired prodigy.
I had to sneak my way in this one.
Angel.
What's up, guys?
And I see our CEO in the green room, but he is still sideways. There he is.
Wait, you want me to be tall or you want me to be sideways?
No, you can be sideways.
Why is it making me look like that?
You are sideways. You can be tall.
I don't know if you could be tall, but
hurtful, and unnecessary.
It was easy. It was an easy layup.
Damn. He said that shit was
Miles, I watched Kevin Hine punk you in front of 2,000 people.
Hey, man, I'm trying to keep the peace as a ring announcer. Okay, I'm not trying to have like a brawl outside the cage.
You know,
like
I think
this is a family friendly show.
Kevin Hine.
This is a family friendly show.
There we go.
You know, Miles can't be out here just getting punked. Miles should fight Kevin Hine for the disrespect.
I don't think it was fun. I think, truthfully, anytime if somebody calls me out, I feel honored that somebody wants to fight me because they know that if you want to get to the big leagues, you got to pass through a veteran like myself. So I welcome it all.
I got my money on Miles.
Miles Amos is saying all the smoke. He wants all the smoke.
To 205 or you at 225, Miles?
Oh, how much?
245? Bro, he's like every bit of 240.
No way. Because I'm 245 and he's way skinnier than me.
Ben, you're 5'8".
I'm fucking 5'11".
Miles is like 6'2".
Miles 6'2" and muscular.
Back on the short jokes.
Yo, Miles, open up that can of worms, all right? You want to come and jump in the ring with Ali? Let's do it.
I'm 235.
You acted like 240 was a blasphemy.
That is a big. I mean, that is a big thing,
bro.
It's a big
You understand? It might be a big deal if you weigh 100 pounds.
240 sounds a lot. Like 240, like 40, but 235. You see, it just sounds different.
Hey, the way you're saying 240, I feel kind of attacked, Miles.
Yeah, but hey, 240 is one sandwich away from 235. So
that's like
Exactly.
that's like
That's
if
a
I
big
say
ass sandwich.
Once you
that's
get
what I
up
say,
there,
Mitch. How tall are you? Are you 5'9"? Are you 5'4"? Like it's only just a couple inches, right?
yeah, but
Hey,
Yo, that's
we all know a
disrespectful.
couple inches matters.
That's really disrespectful.
See,
that's 5 inches.
see,
That's
it's
different.
It's 5 pounds.
Miles, I know you. I know you're a fighter at heart, and you don't understand how like math and numbers work. But look, 5 out of 240 is a very small percent. Right? It's like less than 2%.
5
Now
pounds,
you take 5 inches
pounds,
away from
inches.
69 inches. It's a
Come on.
larger percentage, my guy.
5 is still
12%.
5. 5 is still 5.
Anyways, I proved my point.
And that's
All
why
right.
the earth is flat.
we can get to that.
Y'all ready for that can of worms?
No.
All right, so
Made me
we
think
had
differently about y'all.
a pretty wild event last night, and it was one of those ones that started kind of crazy, and it was almost like anything that could go wrong was trying to hint at it was going to go wrong, but
I mean,
we pulled it off.
nothing really went wrong.
Well, you know, believe it or not,
No,
Ben,
we
there
couldn't
are
write.
some things going on that you might not be aware of. But
There's a
Whatever
whole lot of
could you
things
be
that went
talking
wrong before the show started.
Yeah.
That I don't really have a part in.
Well, you know, it's and even some things that are just like, oh, the ambulance was trying to be late, and Angel was trying to not know how to use forms, and
Hey, it's Angel's
Guys,
first
I'm
time.
going
in
live
here.
on
Let's
Instagram
not
real quick
shame
too,
him.
guys. And I'm going to just drop the link and let people know we're talking over here.
okay.
There we go. Sorry. Doing the post-fight show. Man, how about we lost 3 fights in the last 24 hours. All crazy situations. Like one of them, guy missed weight by 10 pounds. Crazy.
Oh,
One of them, guy goes to check on mom after a minor surgery, and mom's got some really bad news. She's live, but he's like he can't fight. I get it. I understand parents, mom, and the other one said he was like felt. I don't really. The other one sounds like horse shit. I can't even repeat it.
Did his girlfriend's cat die?
Did his girlfriend cheat on him?
Nah, anxiety thing, got an EKG, said that he had like low electrolytes. I was like, well, you did just cut weight. It was a whole thing.
Unbelievable.
I would just say I'm never gonna be surprised whenever I hear something about any reason a person pulls out of a fight. Like, you can't surprise me anymore. I've heard
I like
it all.
that term that Richard likes to use.
Bitch assness.
That's the one. That is the one.
Well, despite all of the little hurdles to get us going, once we got going, the fights were pretty bangarang.
Yeah, the fights were amazing. From literally the first fight to the very last fight. Lots of first two, like, interesting situations.
Any interesting situation that sticks out to you?
I want to start with Anthony Jarkowski. I think that's how he told me to say his name.
Jerosac.
And Christian Moya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fight was amazing. It was a great fight between two younger guys that are, young in the sport. And then to end with a liver shot KO on ground and pound. I've never seen a liver shot KO in ground and pound.
That was a good shot. Right in the man. In the video you posted this morning, it was just like a lead side overhand, just crushing his body. It was a great shot.
But even when they were standing up, he was already working the body. So it's like once he was down on the ground, it was like the nail in the coffin.
Man, but you can't blame Moya for that one. Moya took a lot of damage. And would not who keep coming forward, kept throwing punches, kept moving. There was a couple times where the ref could have stepped in and stopped the fight, but the ref would tell him to move, and he would move and try to defend himself. So you just can't blame him. But that was pretty nasty.
And and like you said, that was like the first fight of the night. So
yeah,
it was off to the races from there.
They really set the standard, and everyone seemed to follow suit. I don't remember any fight being lackluster.
No fight was boring last night.
Mm-mm. No, even the decisions were super exciting fights.
Who was the second fight of the night?
Daniel Dawes and Brian.
Yeah.
Kickboxing fight. Daniel Dawes showed some really good distance management. Was picking his shots and was striking, backing up. He's like what I always tell guys is like, if you can, it's easy to fight with a lot of space. It's a lot harder to fight and use your angles and your footwork and your head movement. But he did a really good job of it.
Here, you know what? I
got the docs right here.
I'm gonna put on some action so we can just skim over it as we're chatting about it.
I didn't see much of the early card, but the crowd was pretty crazy.
Damn. I mean, the next fight is Eduardo Del Busto versus Adrian Dixon. I'm sure we got plenty of highlights of that fight.
That one was insane.
Yeah, that one, both of them knocked each other out standing up. Like, That was a banger. That could have been, fight of the night right there.
Man, Eddie tried to knock Adrian out with his cup. That was an interesting strike.
It did not go well. Shortly after that was whenever he got knocked out.
Adrian got up and put hands to jaw.
He's young too. I mean, both those guys are young.
Adrian's 19.
Yeah, Adrian's 19 years old with a full back artwork piece there. Like,
he's a 19-year-old athlete who's just got a lot of power, just power behind his shots. He was just bigger, faster, stronger.
Still had braces.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I know he's young.
He kind of reminds me of Keith Forbes.
It's the hair.
Yeah,
I mean, they're both super. Dixon is thicker.
This kid's way more controlled too. Like
you think so?
Yeah, he's more calculated.
I think Forbes has matured a ton.
This kid's striking looked pretty next level. He was throwing him straight. I mean, I like Forbes. I just think Forbes is more of a wild fighter.
Mixes up a little more wrestling. But this was a kickboxing.
Little gloves, kickboxing, yeah. I like that. We definitely need to get some more of those on the cards with those little gloves.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how about the small gloves kickboxing?
Yeah, it's all fun. People. I mean, the thing is, though, is like people don't want to really do those. Like very seldom do they pop up and decide to do them. But like everyone talks about it, but we all, you know what I mean? People don't really want to do it. Well, I don't blame them either.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
This would be if, say, for instance, if you got a guy that's like, oh man, I was doing MMA fight, Richard, man, but you guys, paired me up with a grapple. All he want to do is lay on me. Okay, well, we have this opportunity
This is the perfect style for like a Corey Slater, a guy who's really good at Muay Thai but doesn't like to grapple too much. Yeah. This is the perfect style for him.
Crazy. This is crazy to me, to be honest with you.
What, small glove Muay Thai?
Yeah. Like, I at least want a way out. If I want to shoot, give me a little break.
Well, that's because you're a mixed martial artist, not a striker purely,
Yeah, I guess I just can't.
As
I feel like
amateur bouts go, it's probably one of the
can't grapple.
Well, it's a fan-friendly style.
Definitely. Yeah, that's. And Andrew just shutting out, or Miles just shutting out his family. I thought it was Angel at first.
Nah, mine's came in earlier, said good night, they're gone.
No,
Miles said his didn't have a bedtime.
No, one of the three is solo.
That's a Hispanic household right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm taking a peek at the chat. Someone commented, "Small gloves is great for experience. A grappler who wants striking experience."
It's just such a risk, man.
Yeah,
like there's so much damage to be done, and you don't have the out of grappling or clinching, depending if you're doing kickboxing or Muay Thai.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but
these guys are still amateur.
But if these guys are so bad at grappling that someone's gonna mount them and pound their face in, what's more dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I like gloves in kickboxing.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So these guys were jawing every time one of them got a little upper hand. They were became more focused on the trash talk.
That point take was hilarious. I didn't realize Adrian flicked them off.
Yeah.
Man, these guys were really they didn't even know each other.
It was
they really fight each other like 10 days ago.
Like something happened at the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
What happened with them at the weigh-ins?
He said his nickname was what, Monteguilla?
Oh, Monteguilla.
Was that which means butter.
Butter. Yeah.
And he called him Montebuzzi.
Montebuzzi. Which means Nothing.
Nothing.
Which means,
Oh man, that finish, he dropped them hammers on him.
Yeah. Which was the I feel like every fight, this was like the earliest third fight.
yeah.
Was another big exciting fight.
And they did hug it out there. Because I don't think there's any footage of it, but some other exciting stuff happened.
Nothing happened after this fight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did the cameraman get the action?
Nope.
Nah.
Did Andrew pan over to the?
No.
Yep, it's happening right there. It's happening right now.
That was just a celebration.
Uh-huh.
It's a celebration, bitches.
That's a Jose Aldo moment. Just jumping in the crowd. Celebrate.
Do we have to take a brief intermission?
What are you guys
Yeah,
talking about? Nothing happened.
I kind of called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were looking for reasons to hate each other. It's kind of weird. I've never seen that happen before. Two guys that like normally they maybe a little bit, but like man, I've only been matched for 10 days.
Yeah, they're beefing over nothing.
Different cities and everything. I mean, I like it. The emotions were running high for sure.
Junior Quinones and Corey Wint.
This was my favorite fight of the night. I wonder why.
This is your guy, Corey Wint.
Yes, sir.
Slow it down for some of this.
Man,
This is what his third fight now, right?
Second.
Second.
Yeah. He fought MMA in his first fight at Rise of a Warrior not too long ago, and then we jumped on here quickly after. Corey's a young man, real coachable. Miles, as a coach, you know how often the guys come up to you and go, Coach, I want to do this. What do I have to do? And you're like, do these three things. And then they forget. Yeah, Corey's the opposite. He told me he wanted to fight full contact like a year ago. And I told him no. I was like, you don't have enough power. You have to be more explosive. You have to work on these tools. And that boy straight up spent the next 3 months staying late by like a half hour, 45 minutes, doing exactly what I told him I wanted to see him do. And I mean, his performances have been real clean. He went home last night without a mark on him. He didn't get hit a single time flush. I'm very happy with his performance personally.
This fight was a 45, right?
Yeah.
He's also 6 foot tall and has like a 7 foot wingspan at 45.
Yeah, he used to be a chubby kid. He said a little bit before he joined, he was like 225.
What?
God dog.
Yeah. And you wouldn't see, he doesn't have like weird skin or anything.
Oh, so it's like Mitch.
Yeah, he got lucky.
I got all the skin.
Did you think there was a particular round where he set himself apart, or did you think it was pretty blanket performance?
Going into the second, he was starting to get his bearings. Between the second and the third, when we were talking, I was like, you got his timing? He's like, yeah, I got him. Honestly, this fight is the least I've ever cornered ever. I barely spoke. I didn't have to tell him that because he just listened so well. I was like, this is the game plan. This is what I want you doing. This is how I want you doing it. And he was playing a little close to the cage for my taste, but, it's an 18-foot cage. What are you going to do? But he did exactly what I wanted. He played long. He worked behind his jab. He used his teeps and his snap kicks. He kept Buddy at bay. When he did get pressed up, he circled out, juked his sides, and again, didn't take any shots, man. He fought really smart.
Yeah, I feel like him and the other young guy, you got Kurt, very tall and long, and they able to fight well, even going backwards and avoiding distance control and stuff like that. Not too many guys, they just when they're going backwards and they face pressure, they just swing backwards. But it's like him and Kurt, they're both like calculated and land significant strikes as they're maneuvering their way around the cage backwards.
Kurt's definitely the meaner of the two, for sure.
Yeah.
But like when I've been training these younger guys, I'm kind of looking at the state of MMA and seeing the things that aren't being taken advantage of, especially in terms of like fundamentals and basics. And that is defensive controls, footwork, angle changing, and really like refining the basics. Everyone in MMA wants to throw spinning wheel kicks and double ups and this and that. And that's all cool. I like those things too. But if your foundation is not strong, that shit's going to fall apart.
Yeah, it's hard to find a young kid like that that's going to listen and be smart when the fight time happens. I think there were a couple guys that got a little ahead of themselves last night as well. Younger cats that came out just guns blazing, and it was a firefight. It was whoever landed first, kind of Eduardo and Adrian, you know?
Yeah.
It was like whoever landed first, that was it.
This next bout was Santino Ray and Ethan Rivera at flyweight.
I did not get to watch this fight.
This one went real quick, didn't it?
I think it was a decision. I don't
No,
know.
there's a finish.
Guillotine, I think.
This is a guillotine.
What? I missed a guillotine?
Mm-hmm. As you sit in the factory.
I just saw the Santino kid or Ethan kid fight Rise of a Warrior. He fought what is his name?
Did he fight
drinking
Wonka
insured
in
to
a
get
kickboxing
Wonka.
match?
Yeah, he fought with Wonka in a kickboxing match. Oh.
Wonka put him down.
I couldn't believe it. Wonka looked nasty.
Yeah, man.
But no, tonight or Saturday night was his night. I think he knew he had a really heavy wrestler coming his way. I mean, you look at the kid he's fighting, he looks like a little.
Yeah. Some guys are real killers in the gym, and they just have a super hard time on fight night. But watching him, he looks great. He's really aggressive. He's falling in. He just left his head in where he shouldn't have. We've all been caught in guillotines like that. You know, it happens.
Oh,
Wizard kick to wizard kick. What's up?
yeah, that's dope. Oh, yeah, that was a crazy moment to get caught. Oh, he didn't get caught.
Yeah, for when it was on the ground, he went for it several different times, but it was finally when he was on the ground that he got it in.
Man, take this in mind. Both of these guys have a combined one fight, and look at how they're fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, this is solid wrestling. This is really good wrestling defense too. You know, these guys are solid.
I just got a message from a coach. That was nasty.
Yeah. What do you say?
This team doesn't always fight with us. They had some guys win, some guys lose. But he messaged me and said, there's no doubt about it. Combat Night is the toughest promotion in the state. Fuck yeah.
I mean, that's obvious.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, tough, fair fights all night. Love the fights. So I was like, hell yeah, that's dope to hear from a coach that we don't always work with.
No.
Big.
Wait,
hands.
what? I'm so
He knocks him down and then gets guillotined?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I think the second round.
He came back. This was like a come from behind in the second round, I believe.
I was gonna say, I thought I heard a bunch of roars throughout. Like I thought it was a long fight. I didn't think it was a quick one. Dang.
Who's Brian Santiago?
You don't know who Brian Santiago is?
He is a
155 champ in Orlando.
Our 55 champ.
Oh,
man.
okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. I mean, it's in a chat group. He doesn't have his face on it.
He comes out with the rainbow flag.
Yeah.
He's one of those fusion guys.
I mean, there's so many of those guys. How many guys are in that room, you think? The competition team? Like 40?
Oh no, way more than that.
Yeah, their room looks so massively full. There's so many people in there.
Yeah, on a Saturday, there's every bit of 60 people in there.
Jeez.
Well, it looks like it just used to be like an old Forever 21 inside that mall. Like it got a lot of space in there.
Yeah, it's just, not everybody can be posh and afford the buildings in the fancy side of town.
Bro, they have a spot in the mall. What are you talking about? That is fancy as hell.
I was just trying to take a jab, Miles.
Oh, sorry. I wish I had a warehouse.
He got a whole movie studio at his gym out there filming himself, flipping a tire. Nice, safe neighborhood.
Oh, you talking about the downtown? I thought you talking about Fusion. They're in a mall. Like, what you mean?
They don't get much more bougie.
Bro, they're in the West Oaks Mall.
They're in
No,
a
it's
mall.
like
I would not call it a mall. There's a DMV in
Yo,
there.
can we
That's
play
about
that
it.
replay? I missed the guillotine. Talking trash
It's
to
a
Miles.
former mall.
Sorry.
Listen, it is not a mall. There's a DMV in there. Bro, but for real, if your mall has a DMV in it, it is the
great for
hood
traffic.
mall for sure. Yeah. I looked at an opening in the Gardens Mall by me. Just the amount of moms that would just like drop the kid, go shopping would be crazy. And then I saw rent in the mall, and I was like, yeah, never mind.
He was trying to slam him again.
Man, he didn't sweep the legs. That guillotine must have been tied off rip because he didn't.
Yeah,
all he had to do was sweep the legs.
He was getting away with that the entire first round. He kept shooting in with his head down. It was towards the end that he was able to like lift, put his hips in, lift, and like flare him, but he wasn't able to do that there.
Yo, that's
just lack of experience, man. That's all it is. It's just lack of experience.
Yeah, that's a crazy
I bet you won't shoot with his head down anymore.
That's a crazy sequence. Yeah, man. These kids are getting good. You can't make stupid mistakes.
Gonna have to start going out of state to get feeder fights.
That was a pro level fight, literally 10 years ago.
Without a doubt.
Maybe even 5.
This was probably the knockout of the night.
This one was pretty bad.
Sheesh.
Oh, the Samuel versus Laurenti, yeah. That was like in the first 10 seconds?
It was pretty quick.
Maybe 30 or 40. Look at this Lorenzo kid. Wait, rewind it real quick. Watch what he does when I get out of the cage. Ramsey, can you rewind it?
Oh yeah.
You got to see this. So I'm just filming these two guys about to fight. As I walk by him, he starts pointing to the ground and pointing at the guy. And then he looks at me, gives a thumbs up, and he flicks him off. Right before he's about to fight, he just flicks the guy off. Again, these guys don't know each other.
I mean, some people need it. Now they just want to,
I guess we just don't see it a lot at Combat Night.
Hindsight, that was not the smartest thing for him to do.
Yeah, but this kid looked good. This kid's good too.
He just gave him the sweet chin music. Did you see that?
Yes.
The spinning heel kick, that was fast.
This kid's got dexterity. He's very good.
Boom.
Ping. Jeez.
Ooh, linebacker.
That tackle by Chris McNulty, man.
Oh, he hit the McGregor walk after. I didn't see that.
Right. I dare you, Angel. That's the Vince McMahon walk.
Nah, we're MMA, man. Get out of here with that fake stuff.
Oh.
You want to know a fun fact, Angel? When I was living in Thailand, the locals gave me shit at an Australian bar for putting on the UFC. This guy goes, "Why would you watch the fake stuff? John Cena's on. You can watch the real thing."
He went over his body and flicked him off extra.
Yes, bro. There's so many moments in this. Like, the whole thing is crazy. I've watched it probably like 15 times.
Bad fall.
Yo, luckily the kid opened his knees. His knee could have hit him right in the face.
Yeah, how about this tackle by the ref?
That's face. 2 points for a takedown. 2 points.
Nah,
Brian Urlacher in the house.
Yo, that's the second one I've seen. That's the second one I've seen from that same ref. tackling people.
Larry, the office
he had to do him like
linebacker.
he did not have to do him like
The water
more
boy.
and more we keep on playing it, like he could have just been all right, chill. He had to take him down to the ground like that. Like I think Chris just wanted some action that night.
He had to be
all these fights. I want to get some in. Like,
Man.
Hey, the crowd was on. Yikes.
Yes. Great energy.
Yeah, if you talk the crap, you just gotta be able to back it up.
Sheesh.
Man, these are top of knockouts that make me want to stay retired.
The fact that this kid went over there and flicked him off while he's like, oh man, crazy kids.
Miles with the translation on that interview too.
And then he just corrected him. Then you know what I say?
Speaking in English, you're like,
yeah, that was hilarious.
I'm like, and all the guys in his corner was like, no, we don't speak, no, we don't. Like,
I love that you just translated it for him.
Can't wait to be back.
Combat Night's the best promotion I've
Yo, even when he came and translated for himself, I was still like, what?
Said,
You know, I'm thankful we have that energy at our event where Miles can do some shit like that and it's not like all uppity.
Well, you know, everybody has to pull some multiple task duties whenever they are clocked in. And it might have been that fight that Ben was ready to be the ring bouncer.
Oh, was that wasn't the fight where the quarterback kept running around side to side?
Yeah,
that was the third to last fight. That was Gertie's.
Yeah,
but he was in that guy's corner too.
Yeah,
just not.
Man, I've never seen RJ get banged around like this before. Maitre was putting it on it.
Yeah, I like Maitre. I like RJ. RJ always comes and he's gonna be there the whole fight.
Yeah, man, he's a slugger.
Yeah, you got your brawler versus a technician there. It was just the pressure, just swinging left and right from Maitre on Ryan James. He just couldn't really deal with it too much.
The towel guy, y'all see the towel guy right here?
His name is Luca. I used to train him when he was 13.
Rewind it a little bit. Yeah.
Hey, you want to see?
Yeah, the ring girl joined in on that too.
Entertaining.
Yeah, the ring girl did it too.
Bro, if you get a good Muay Thai fight at 115, give it to that kid Luca. He'll put on a show for you.
I like him. That's a good teammate.
Yeah, man. Those two are real tight, man. As long as when Luca moved down to Boca from mine, he met Maitre early on. They've been pretty much inseparable for like the last year.
Hey, it's always interesting to see the various recovery techniques utilized by.
Yeah, I love just how I feel like this happens everywhere, but no one's taking the time to try and catch it.
Not many people bring in a full-size towel into the ring though.
We see all kinds of crazy. I guess in the UFC they have everything dialed in, so you don't see anything crazy like that.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen that often.
It happens a lot with us, man.
Yeah,
there's always something crazy happening.
You know, someone throws the legs up in the lap, and they squat in front of them,
laying on the ground. Oh,
yeah, Maitre just kept on coming at him like.
Yeah, good straight punches too.
He looks a little wild, but it works for him.
It was effective, like, and Ryan really couldn't do anything with it. Every time he came coming forward, he tried to clinch him, but it wasn't Muay Thai, it was kickboxing. So every time
he did a good job blitzing him.
I mean, you got to understand. Part of it is going to be that Stark hand wrap that Maitre has. You know, just thumping up.
Well, now we know why he didn't knock him out.
Oh, he's back.
Normally it's the opposite. It's those big ass gloves. We gotta get all of our Muay Thai fights in MMA gloves. That's what we gotta do. No more big gloves.
Guys
Only
don't want that,
small
bro.
gloves.
How
Guys
many
don't want
ounces
that.
are those gloves that they fight with?
12, I think. Or I think they can be as low as 10 though, I just found out.
Yeah, 10 as long as they're under 157 pounds, they can fight in 10s. Anything over that, it's a minimum of 12.
Man, that's a good thing because a heavyweight in 10s would be crazy.
Man, in pro boxing, it's 135 and under in 8 ounces, 135 or over 135 in 10s. So Tyson Fury fights in the same gloves as a 138.
That's crazy.
Makes a lot of sense.
I fought in the Thai fight I took, I wore 10s. And I remember putting them on and thinking, these are fucking hard.
Did you fight Muay Thai in the States or when you were traveling?
In the States.
Oh. Yeah, dude, they're small and they're hard.
I
fought in the stadiums and they do tape bumpers. So you know how we do raps in the States with gauze on the knuckles?
Mm-hmm.
In Thailand, they'll put like 5 strips of tape and then tubes, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then tape them down and then do more tubes and tape them down so the bumper sticks out like an inch and it's just rock hard. And then you put your gloves on. It's crazy.
That sounds illegal.
I mean, here
Definitely gotta have somebody watching you wrap hands, man.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, I wrote the MMA hand lap rules for Thailand, okay? I brought them over to the unified rule set. Thank you.
You say you wrote them?
Basically, I put them into force.
So you copy-pasted from the ones over here.
Well, so when I first got there, I was rapping at amateur MMA guys with Thai bumpers because everyone was. And then we were doing pro MMA in the illegal time. And so I got to make up the rules for how people were allowed to wrap their hands. And I did.
That
Sounds
file
dangerous.
was over.
What's next? Which was next after the State King?
Leonardo Leon and Higher Kempo.
That was a great finish.
He just got on and just pulled him back into it. Was that one?
Yeah.
The
kind of body
like
slammed
the
him.
rear naked suplex thing.
Yeah, he was just like, I don't need hooks. I don't need to get you down to the ground. Let me just take this.
He wanted all of the smoke.
I mean, if you got a good enough squeeze, you don't need, as long as you have a little bit of chest and back, you don't need the hooks.
Chin. He was under the chin. He was ready to go.
Man, I got to get a bunch of posters and stuff back here because it's looking kind of bland.
Miles got the whole set.
I just got the two.
Some tape.
I have more that I need to.
Some tape.
I need to figure out what Ben's done. I need to have the.
I
this
thought I
is
sent you a picture. I took the front window of my gym and covered it in posters to block the sun.
No, I'm saying your background.
Oh, I can teach you, my friend.
You haven't shown me the wall yet either, though, with the posters. I don't think
Okay, I'll get you a picture.
We thought he was going to get the standing.
Ooh.
Oh, this is where he dumped himself on his head.
Yeah, he tried to jump.
Man, that he was shook. He banged himself up real bad there.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt.
Yeah, the second he went from when they're on the feet, that looked tight.
Yeah, right
Like,
there.
like,
Sheesh.
Did he fall backwards or did the guy try to like
I
jump
think he's
back?
trying to jump.
I think Leo looked like he was trying to pull him into the back, and then hair jumped and like spiked himself.
Yeah.
That only worked once that night. Happened
No,
twice.
it didn't
Yeah,
work. It
Aiden
didn't
tried
work.
it. Didn't work so good.
It didn't work at all.
Nah. Aiden he was getting choked. Well, no, he wasn't on the chin, but he jumped and the guy let go. Well, he kept the body lock, but he let go of the choke.
Yeah, but the guy got the choke.
Yeah.
That was probably my fight. I don't know. I really like that fight, the Aiden fight. Aiden and Taj.
Aiden is a fan favorite style fighter. For sure.
I happen to be really close to his corner, and he listened to zero of the advice that his corner gave. Zero of it.
It
Well, I
happens.
think the first round he just blew his wad. He came out just super, over aggressive. And I think, like we were talking in the commentary group as a fight when I was like, can he keep this same, pace going into the second and the third round? And Taj Barker, he was just ate it out.
The shots that Taj was eating were impressive. That man's got a jaw on him.
Yeah. Aiden was like a little keg of dynamite. But Taj Barker showed he was bomb-proof.
Yeah, he was game. He was smart.
He wore those so well. Yeah.
Taj was 0-0 going into this fight. Aiden Murray was 2-0. And I matched him while Aiden was 1-0. And then I had to tell Taj, like, hey, he won another fight. He's 2-0 now. Are you sure? Like, this is what you guys want for your debut? And Freedom Fighters was like, yeah, we want a tough fight. Let's do it. And I had seen Aiden fight. I was like, ooh, this might not be a good thing.
Yeah, it reminds me kind of like Kevin Hine. It's so aggressive. It's so powerful. It's so strong. How many people are going to survive it? But if they do, how much you got left in the tank?
Yep. It was that spinning heel kick where I was like, ooh, he's tired.
Yeah.
Man, but for as aggressive as he was in this first round, and as tired as he was, he kept fighting the next two rounds. So
he's got
at no point did he.
No. Never ever showed a sign of wanting to quit.
Nope. Aiden's real solid, man. But I think he kind of had to have this kind of experience eventually. There's going to be someone who can take your shots. 2-0 in Muay Thai, 1-0 in kickboxing, 2-0 in MMA. You go, hey, I've murked everybody in less than 45 seconds. No one can hold up to this. And then someone does. And you go, oh, I might have to take my athleticism and work it out in segments. More calculated, planned out, set up for the explosion.
Yeah, it's better to learn as an amateur than a pro.
100%.
Kevin went all the way to pro before somebody drug him into the second round.
It's true.
You can see it on his face, like, what is happening?
No, but he figured out in the first round that 5 minutes is a lot longer than 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'll adjust, though. I think he'll figure it out. He's a smart guy.
Not if you fight Santa.
No. Does that sound like Miles just accepted the challenge? Because
that's how he's standing alone, bro. He got kids. He weighs 245.
235.
250 is crazy, Miles. You are just getting way too big to be.
Just watch. I'm gonna get down into the low 200s for the summertime, just for y'all.
Yeah, he's gotta hit that moniker, man. Yeah,
no, I think he's posting the food your wife's making you.
Yeah, I've been losing weight. I was in
his Santa era.
I heard those Santas make a lot of money. I'm saying 30 more pounds, grow the beard out, quit dying.
You get to have your donut a day again.
If I grow my beard out, then Charlie will start liking me again. Because when I had my beard was longer, then she would share her strawberries, her snacks, all the stuff in the commentary booth with me. Ever since I trimmed it, now she don't really talk to me no more.
Only Padrino can have no beard.
Yeah. She told me the other day to shave my beard. And then she's like, I'm just playing. Don't do that.
Yo, if you ever did, you'd have to video that reveal where she'd be like, ah,
Like, who is this?
Man,
Yeah.
it's a traumatic experience. I don't know if you guys had. My dad didn't shave his beard until I was like 7, and he just popped out of the bathroom with no beard. And I remember freaking out because I didn't know who this stranger was in my house.
I believe it.
I shaved my beard off like 5 years ago. All my kids were grown, and they were just like, "Oh,
Don't do that.
Who lets you do that?
I look too young."
You do have fantastic skin, I gotta say.
Here coming soon is where that illegal strike happens. First time I see somebody headbutt somebody else from the guard. Miles said he was trying to get his dreads out of the way.
From the way I thought he was trying to get his, because the whole time, like the first 30
I haven't
seconds,
seen it.
popped out.
He pushed off with pow.
I haven't seen it yet, but you know what he told the referee?
I know.
I'm telling y'all, yo, all night there was nonstop content, interesting, entertaining shit happening everywhere.
What did he say?
He looked at the referee. Now, would your camera be able to pick it up, Ramsey, by any chance, or if they're by the camera?
No.
Nah.
Okay, so he looks at him and he says, "Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't go to the rules meeting."
You didn't know you
So-
said headbutt? So he did that.
Headbutt. So yeah, he did it on purpose.
Of course.
Otherwise, why do you say that?
Hold on. But that would mean he's never watched MMA since UFC 10. That means it's 205 shows that he has not seen in a row.
There it
There
is.
That was
There it
that was
goes. Now, I think you take a point. I think you take a point.
Yeah. It was deliberate.
Yeah, if it's enough to stop, and lose the position, then it's enough to take a point away.
So I had a conversation with his coach afterwards. I asked him, I was like, "Man, you guys been teaching headbutt to your gym?" He's like, "Man, I told him to use his head, but not like that. All I wanted him to do was put his forehead underneath his chin and put his chin up so he got a guard. But nope, decided to just ran it."
That's nuts.
Hey, what phone did Brian have? He said he has the video because he was standing right in front of him. I'm telling him to send it to me.
Where'd Mitch go? Oh,
He
he's
abandoned us.
Oh
gone.
no!
He's like, I was only scheduled till 10 o'clock. I'm out.
I gotta walk my dog before she makes a mess.
Can't wait till them kids get a little older.
I'm solo. My kid is in Taiwan.
Oh.
My house is so quiet, I don't know what to do with it.
I just told my kids, let the dog outside. Somebody open the sliding glass door, let him outside. I'm too lazy. Like, let him go outside in the backyard.
Man, that's the reason you get backyards, right?
Yeah.
Until they want to go on the playground. They're like, "Daddy, there's poop." Well, yeah, I got to clean it up. Like, don't let the dog poop by the swing.
How did y'all have this fight scored going into the third round? 1-1?
Pretty
Yeah.
even, yeah.
Yeah, this one was
1-1.
tough going back and forth. We were talking about it as it was happening. Like,
I thought it was 1-1, but it would have been interesting if that point would have been taken away.
I mean, at the end of the day, unfortunately, it didn't matter. But I really thought that point should have been taken. That headbutt was like, from my angle, very deliberate.
Yeah, of course, but you're also the corner, so it's gonna be a little
I mean, it
biased
was
there,
also
sir.
like right in front of me. It was like right there. So like I saw the whole neck come back.
Had his Michael Chandler moment.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Well, I guess also too, as a ref, it's a lot of pressure you got to assess. Okay, from whatever angle that they're at, did I even see a foul occur? And then one, you have to judge: was this foul? Was it incidental, or was it done on purpose? So I guess that's what they factor in if they take a point or not.
Hey, Mitchell, what phone does Brian have?
But at the point
Perhaps
where
Timmy's phone.
he had his phone,
Oh, okay.
at the point where
What was that?
Ben getting to some snacks.
I think what matters is if you can't tell intention or you can't see it, like in bad position, I don't think you can. The guy's not bleeding, not cut, no damage, no point. I like the call.
I get that. But if somebody tells you, hey, I didn't know, I didn't go to the rules meeting.
Yeah.
There's the
You're
intent. He's
admitting
telling you the
intent.
intent. I'm trying to headbutt him.
Yeah, but I think Chris had already decided he wasn't taking the point.
Oh, okay. Yep. It is what it is, but I'm saying. There's
Yeah, no,
the
he definitely told him. He definitely
intent there.
Man, I just want one time for someone who's about to go out in a rear naked choke to give the double birds to the ref.
Hey, he went out like a
for nothing.
I want to start telling people that in the fighters meeting. So
That'll definitely be a good way for you getting a viral moment.
I mean, but do you really want to go viral as you're going to sleep?
Hey, went out like a thug.
like there's definitely a point where you're like, all right, I'm not getting out. I hope he goes to rear gust.
Yeah, Faulkner said it's their fault either way. It's your fault you missed the rules meeting. The rules still apply. Chris looks so small next to you, Miles.
I was just thinking the same thing in my head as I was looking at it. I was like, do I look that big? Like,
no, it really is. I think his nickname's got to be Santa's helper.
Oh shit! Get that on his next jersey.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you got to get that on his next jersey.
We'll tell him it's for Miles's kid. Like, yeah.
Oh shit! That's right. I forgot he gets them.
Yeah, I think this kid's really good too. It didn't go his way, but I think he's really good.
And he's young. He's only 18. He's still in high school.
Still in high school.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Saying you had a dentist appointment so you could go to weigh-ins is.
I mean, he fought Rambo, who's no slouch. It looked good, I thought, for most of it. Rambo, though, really smart. Rambo is he's fast.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't finish him. Like, that just goes to show how tough this young kid is. Chris Garcia is. Like,
yeah, that's something we were commenting on at the beginning of the fight. It's like he's a 25-year-old man, an 18-year-old, just stopped being a kid. So he's gonna be a strong competitor.
Baby. Like, but 25, that's right when you're hitting into like your grown man strength.
Oh, that happens at 25?
That ain't your full certified dad strength. That's just like
it ain't dad strength, but it's like at 25. I'm like, okay, what? Like,
what does that dad strength come into play?
Angel, you should have hit that, cuz.
Yeah, like,
I'm just curious.
Angel, you just turned 35.
You get
That should be there.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I thought I was just gonna be like a switch that just gets flipped, and I'm just like, oh, I'm strong now. Man, Rambo does a real good job of just like distance management. He just gets just far away enough to not get hit hard, and then come back and hit somebody.
Yeah, you can even see the adjustment with his hands. Like some people might say, "Oh man, his hands are down," but you'll see when he was like in that C range, yeah, his hands were down a little bit and moving and head movement. But then as he approached close to getting the A and B range, it's just his hands automatically, went up.
Man, that's like the hardest thing to teach somebody.
All right, this goes all 3 rounds, so we're gonna watch it a little bit quicker.
Yeah, but I feel like in certain moments there, Rambo, he should have, okay, I got this guy a little bit, rocked or whatever. I'm, keep things standing up, fight the takedown, just put a little bit more volume on those punches, like just more.
Man, Rambo definitely does have the title of like funniest fighter we got. For sure. He was worried about making weight, and when the first thing he said when he made weight, he was like, "Troy, suck up." Right away, right off the bat, and then made a video saying that to Troy. So I asked him, I was like, "Man, does he do you talk shit when Troy's ragdolling you?" He's like, "Yeah, I do." Then Troy tells me, he's like, "Man, he's talking shit as he's tapping."
When you said that, it made me think, like, how many fighters do we have that like fancy themselves being funny?
I'm not sure, but he's just like, I think that's just him. He's just a clown, always, like nonstop.
Ari thinks she's funny.
Ari talks shit the entire time too.
Yeah,
she will not stop.
Yeah, that kid was in there the whole time. Like,
yeah, the kid just did enough to not, just to make the fight somewhat competitive. Just because at no point was Rambo in any trouble. It was pretty decisive how he finished, not finished the fight, but all 3 rounds there was no argument. Rambo won all 3. This next fight is the one I'm really looking forward to talk. Well, the girl fight's the next one, right?
Yeah.
Those girls,
Barbosa.
Those girls threw down.
Yeah, I thought Drane, I thought she won that fight, in my opinion.
Why do you say that?
I feel as though, yes, Barbosa, when she, got off, she landed more punches, but I felt as though the damage, it impacted the punches when Drane landed. It just you saw more of an impact on Barbosa's just body from where I was sitting.
Okay.
I could see how, somebody would give. It wasn't like, oh my gosh. It was just like, I would. That's why there's 3 judges. I would have been the judge to give it to Drane, but Barbosa, other 2 judges.
It was a split, right?
Yeah, it was a split.
Yeah.
I think Drane, she's gonna go back and watch this. Like, you know what? I should have, just a couple more, punches, not just trying to land, one power shot. Just, 1, 2, 3, end with a power. 1, 2, 3, end with a power.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, at what point does you hitting me, like, say we're in a fight and you hit me with 3 big shots, but I hit you 20. What's more? None of them really affected you, but what's more? What should be worth more?
Yeah.
At no point. Yeah, at no point did she get dropped. So that makes a big difference. But if you land a couple really hard shots, but your opponent lands a lot more, at what point is it? Which one are you gonna value more?
I mean, that's a good question, because if you start looking at like significant strikes and strike count, like Torres Finney just won a fight with the fewest strikes landed in UFC history, but he had the control.
But there was no real hard strikes landed in that fight except for 1 round, the round that he lost. So it's hard for you to not if your opponent can't keep you off of you, can't keep you off of him, and you can't land anything, then of course you should lose that round. But that's not the case in this fight. They were both throwing. Just one hits harder than the other.
And Barbosa threw a lot more.
Yeah.
Joe, you had to go grab some snacks, Chamale?
He's on mute. He don't want people to hear him chew.
What
was that?
He does the thumbs up, the fireworks go off.
Ooh, that's
No,
a
he does it on
Godfather
his
jerky.
phone.
That's
he must have that iPhone 17.
Let's find out. Oh, it worked.
Do it on your desktop, Miles.
I don't know.
I need to upgrade my OS. It ain't working for me either.
Nah, it's on the iPhones, I think, only. Well, mine's an iPad, so maybe. You got anything to say on this one, Mitch?
We're watching this one at the speed that Mitchell listens to audiobooks.
I didn't get to watch most of this fight.
Yeah, we can slow down some of it.
I'm watching it now. I can catch it at that speed.
All right.
It looks pretty even.
I don't know if you heard us commenting on it. It was like certainly the power strikes were going in favor of Drane because she was throwing strikes and you see Barbosa's head popping back, snapping back, and Barbosa just had volume and accurate.
I mean, whenever I see Barbosa's head snap back, her feet are walking forward. So it's like, how much of an impact did that have if she takes one and comes back and tries to put it on her?
I thought she moved around well, even whenever Drane was like pushing her up against the cage or working her into the position. She did a great job of footwork and getting out of there.
Did y'all talk about the all-female MMA fight?
Oh, it's like we did it on purpose.
Oh, with the official?
Yeah.
All the judges were women too.
I don't know that gal. What's her name? I've seen her at a couple of events.
Courtney. She's one of the new judges that I got on rotation now. Probably her second event. She's
Is she in just South Florida?
No, she went to Orlando.
Okay.
Her first one was one of the Beecham ones, and she's just doing kickboxing for now. She's not fully comfortable with MMA yet, and I'm not gonna throw him in there anytime soon because, as you can see, Combat Night tends to highlight any fuck ups that you might have.
Yeah, I believe she's brown belt in jiu-jitsu. She signed up at the jungle earlier this year. I think she's brown belt. Like, so it's just a matter of you might be high level jiu-jitsu and train in kickboxing, but it's like when it comes to MMA, it's like trying to both styles coming together. Like it's a totally different animal in there.
Ooh. Drane just grown womaned her.
She's a little pile of muscle.
Yeah, that's Dynamite's sister right there. I'm
I had
telling you,
5 people ask me if her and Dewan were.
Somebody needs to do the ancestry.com on the two of them. So they need to go to Moya. They need to go to Moya and find something now.
All the way down to the glasses. Next up is Brian Corzo and Gertie Matthew. I have a note that says, oh, there's ref stoppage, and I put weird. What happened in that fight?
Because he had kneed him, and he was talking about, oh, my eye.
Oh, yeah.
Your eye, dude. They're like,
he tried to pull a okey dokey.
yeah, and then that was what the referee was like.
He kneed him in the stomach, and he said,
yeah. So he was trying to give him, I guess, 5 minutes because of the alleged eye. But like, no, you stopped it. It's stopped due to a legal strike, a knee to the stomach.
That corner was wild.
Man, I need to find out about Gertie's nickname.
The Darce Knight.
I don't think I've ever seen him darce anybody. Has he ever darce anybody?
No, he has not.
Maybe in the gym. That's
the gym.
The ending of this fight was definitely unfortunate.
Man, he hit him with a couple of like them stomp kicks in the beginning. I thought they were throwing down pretty decent. Gertie really composed.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell the fight.
Like Gertie, no matter what, he could be, just knock the guy out, or he could be, taking a little bit, weathering the storm, and his facial expression never changes.
Look at that. Look at this guy.
The corner.
Yes.
Yeah, I see now why in the pros they have a designated one commission person for each corner, because some of these people, boy.
Yo, same.
Awonka didn't stand a chance over there.
Nah, he tried. He definitely tried.
He was trying. He was.
Standing up, fingers all in the cage, like. It was one corner where the one dude, he went all the way. I'm like, hey, excuse me, sir. Like, hey, you can't do that. Like,
yeah, it's the guy with the flag. The guy in the back with the red hat.
Yeah, you can't walk in. It's one thing to like, I understand you stand up and you want to yell at your fighter, but he went all the way past Angel, went all the way over there to the judges where they were, where Donaldson was. Right there where Mitch is. He walked over there to like coach his guy. Like,
I thought he was leaving. I thought he was leaving when he said that, and then he just stops on that corner. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, like he goes from there and then goes back. I'm like, bro, you got to stay in one place.
I'm pretty sure that guy fought for us at one point.
The Corzo guy?
Yeah. No. The corner
guy
over there.
Oh.
Yeah. I think like way back in the day.
Yeah, fought for us.
That part of the questionable part just happened here. It's coming up here soon.
I don't think it was very questionable at all.
Yeah. The call. Hey, welcome back, Ben.
There he goes.
Yeah, he right there. And then Mitch tells him, take your ass back over to the other side.
It was right as the weirdness happened. Let's go back.
Bing. all body, all day.
Was he trying to clarify if it was a groin shot? That's why he called time? And then he grabs his eye?
I think he was just at an odd angle. And the way Buddy reacted, maybe it's a nut shot. But
let's watch it in slow motion.
This isn't when the fight got stopped.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to watch it in slow motion as we
Oh,
watch
yeah,
it.
it is. He's in that
slow
corner.
motion.
Man, Gertie is so good. I'd like to see him with like a little meaner.
You could see Thad in the back saying, like, that was in his chest.
It got called a knee to the head.
Really?
Then replay shows it's knee to chest, but he already told the doctor he couldn't continue.
He was trying. Like, we saw this happen in the UFC before.
He's trying to play
It's the story I was told.
He did. He told the ref and the doctor. I spoke to them both that he couldn't continue. He was dizzy.
Notice how he was fine, and now he's suddenly grabbing his eye on the side where there was the underhook, and there was no chance of an eye gouge. Like, what are we going for, bro?
I will say for the record, he told me he did not say that.
Well, then why is he going, my eye, my eye?
Well, he got punched. If you watch, he got
yeah
right again after.
Bing.
Like, he caused him to turn away. I want to say, but he was like very lost. Like he thought he was calling a TKO. Look at that look.
I mean, at the end of the day, it was about to be a TKO.
Yeah, those knees were brutal. Like,
just that reaction, he froze for those 2 seconds. If Chris didn't jump in, Gertie was about to finish.
And like I said, I think his face really did hurt because I think he got fucking hit hard.
Yeah.
And then he told his knee. But hey, instant replay don't lie.
No, sir.
Yo, who's got a snot beanie?
Yeah, I couldn't find a rag.
You see the comments?
Nah.
He said, yo, fuck us up with the snot beanie. You ain't got a Kleenex, my nigga?
I can't go anywhere, man.
Catches everything.
I don't use beanies. I found this on top of my
Yo, man, I wish Gertie was on here. I want to.
He was at the beginning. He was at the beginning.
It's a front for people to believe that, like,
he can grapple.
fight. He didn't even try to take. He didn't attempt one.
Co-main was Victor Alvarez Jr. and Carlos Sonier, and Sonier looked good.
Sonier was in the same corner as Corey, and after the fights, the guys were telling me that Sonier straight up sparred his coach for 8 minutes, for 4 rounds before even coming out.
Read the comment.
So this was a pretty much a turnaround rematch. What was the reason that happened?
I mean, the first fight, Sonier dominated bell to bell. Alvarez couldn't get things moving, or it looked to me in the booth like he was just kind of waiting for like that power shot, like a Derek Lewis kind of style, and it just didn't come. And this time through, I guess he was like, well, we're going to fight this time. You know, he definitely brought a lot more volume, but Sonier just managed that space so well. His teeps were great. His footwork was really active. He kept leaving range. His right hand was really sharp. Sonier improved even more so in the last 6 or 8 weeks.
Hey, I slowed this down so we could see Miles' performance right here. Yes.
Yeah, man. No Sonier, but I like when it comes to South Florida, there's a couple fighters that I like to see, and both of those Sonier brothers, I look forward every time going down there to the sweat. Like, and that's the little brother too. That's why I gave him a nickname on the spot, Little Brother Sonier. That's just the little one, man. He was throwing down.
Miles,
man,
we were admiring your work.
If you look at the comments, Jim is saying the rematch happened so quickly because no one else wanted to fight Carlos.
Does Carlos train grappling jiu-jitsu? Does he want to do MMA, or he's strictly a kickboxer?
He's at a grappling gym.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially with the little gloves and stuff like that, I'm definitely sure he'll be able to get more finishes in MMA. Oh, you said MMA is next, yeah.
Jim says MMA is next.
Yep.
These guys are so fast for big guys.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I know both of them. Carlos, he played college basketball, and then Victor was a college football player. So both of these guys, you know, college experience, like both of them athletes, quick, fast, and powerful. So the physicality of it all sort of cancels each other out. So it just comes down to, you know, who has the better technique and overall, you know, striking skills. Like sometimes, you know, especially in a few of other Victor's fights, we've seen him just outpower and muscle his opponents. But now he's able to face somebody in Carlos who's, you know, just as athletic as he is. So what are you going to do?
And just as big.
They're also nephew, so a ball Drane, who's
You breaking up?
ball player.
You breaking up?
Vic has murders of athletes.
Say what now?
That man need to
It's
get
got
on the
that dollar
Wi-Fi.
store internet.
Translation: he said
Wi-Fi.
that Victor is a dominant athlete, and that he's, you know, walked through several of his previous opponents. But when he comes up to face another athlete, that's going to be the true test of his skills here in the Combatagon.
That's not what he said at all. He said,
I heard it's still got a nephew.
He said, I'm the best amateur in the world.
Is this better? Is this
Yeah.
better? I got off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right. Let me,
I was saying Vic had a murder's row of athletes. He's fought 3 of his opponents were college athletes. Drane was a college athlete. Rashad Evans' nephew was a college athlete, and Sonier.
I mean, it's kind of hard to get away from at this point in time. MMA is such a fast-growing sport, and it's just so damn popular. And let's be real, how many people go into the NFL or the NBA? Very, very few. And those athletes still want to compete. And it's a very low point of entry to get into fighting. And they can use that athleticism and their physical ability and find themselves early success.
Yeah, I feel like definitely now when it comes, I feel like in the past, like, you know, 2 to 5 years, a lot of fighters now you see either one or two things. Like these gentlemen here, you know, played college sports, or like at your gym, Ben, like you have, you know, Corey and Kurt, like at my gym, how I have 7 where kids, you know, right out of high school, okay, you know what, I want to, you know, do MMA. Been training since they were, you know, middle school, high school. Like they forget, you know, they just say, you know, I don't want to do team sports. I just, you know, end the gym. That's my team. My team.
Do you remember the Tap Out twins?
No, I don't
like
remember.
In my generation, there was this set of twins. They were like 9 years old. They They were sponsored by Tap Out. They did beautiful pad work and they did like demos at shows and stuff. And then obviously, Tap Out TV shows off the air and stuff. And I don't know what happened to them, but those kids were nasty.
Sorry to interrupt. Gertie is in the chat. He's using his girl's YouTube, so he's in the chat as Elia Rivera. Unless we're getting trolled.
Yo, Gertie, what's up with your name, the Dark Knight? Is it a front?
Damn, just first question, just calling him out.
I'm just saying, I haven't seen. He's like, I just want to strike.
I mean, with the nickname the Dark Knight, I would have expected to see some slick jits.
He's more anti, like, nah, I don't want to be here. I don't know if Ellie is really him or not. I think we're getting punked.
Ask him a question. Ask him a question only Gertie would know.
Yeah, I don't think any of us know him that well. You want to see if he wants to chat?
Well, he said his phone died, or I'd say send him the StreamYard link.
You can message it to him over YouTube. You can get on the computer.
I am there.
You can also just put the link in the chat, see what happens.
Nah.
Next thing you know, we'll have Rod in here. That's the last.
You don't have to accept him. You can kick him out.
Do interviews. Everyone gets 5 minutes.
Why not? It'll be a pretty aggressive interview with the 5 of us here. It'll be like an ambush.
I'm trying to do a few things here. So we get us progressed to the last fight.
So Miles, he's saying, remember I gave you Gin's shirt in 4 pieces.
Ginseng? Yo, why is there an echo?
It came with
We still echoing?
No.
Nah, Angel knew what he did. He just wasn't going to tell us.
That was fucking guy.
Hey, guys, I fixed it.
Oh, and there's white rice in the comments. Bad echo. Thanks.
Great timing.
I mean, they're on like a 7-second delay. You can't know,
Maybe that's fair. Oh, so Gertie said, remember when I gave you Jen's shirt in Fort Pierce? That's to you, Mitch.
Okay, yeah, why don't we get him on then? You send him a message?
Yeah, I will now. Wasn't gonna have maybe one of Donaldson's burner accounts on here showing his butt crack or something.
You know how them boys be on Fort Pierce, bro.
Man, those boys in Fort Pierce, they different.
Man, this Aldo kid's really something special.
Man, he's undefeated at 10-0, 8-0 in kickboxing, Muay Thai, 2-0 in MMA, now 3-0.
He's only 22 years old.
Whew. I thought it was kind of crazy. He's like, how come no one wants to strike with me? It's like, because you're 8-0 in striking. The smart thing is to wrestle you.
Yeah, it's kick and strike. He don't even look. He's not even like a big 55er either. I'm sure he'll grow into it some more, but like both the guys he's fought look huge.
I thought Diego or Garcia was about the same size as him.
I don't know. Garcia ain't got no extra pudge around his muscles.
That's true.
But the cardio has been on point. Every time Aldo's been in the cage, to be able to anti-wrestle and still strike heavy like that, that's hard.
And he sprawls so big, he's like off the ground.
Yeah. I'm really happy we're able to put these kind of fights together because it shows both guys if they got what it takes. You know, two undefeated guys, one being a heavy grappler, one being a heavy striker.
I think Brian Santiago is saying here he could take both of those guys, no problem. They look light to him.
Saying Brian's
he is
a big 55er.
I mean, why
Man, don't be lying.
do
Brian
we
like
do
that.
we
Don't
ever
tell me he's a
do
big
like
55er.
territory champ versus territory champ?
Oh yeah.
So we have champs for cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a different belt for like the state?
Nah, if they get that, they get they get a customized belt
That's cool.
with their name and weight class.
So hold on. If we're really like kind of waxing poetic here, we have enough cities that might have their own individual weight class champion, enough so that we could, over the course of say 3 or 4 shows, have a 4-man tournament for the champ of Combat Night.
I mean, we kind of did that with Faulkner at 55 and TK. I mean, we've done that with a couple different guys. It's not that we don't necessarily say this is what we're doing, but Faulkner wins a belt in Tallahassee. Someone wins one in Jacksonville. He wins one in Orlando, and then they fight.
I mean, it definitely sets you up for a cool storyline. You can do like a behind the scenes-y, embedded-y kind of thing, setting it up. Champ versus champ versus champ versus champ.
I'm all about it, bro. You got a camera? You want to come to Orlando?
I mean, I do have a video guy, but like, I mean, where are we going to be at? You know, if there's one in Jacksonville, one in Tallahassee, one in Orlando, and one in Fort Lauderdale, you know, each city, hey, this is what we want from you. Get it to us.
But we don't always have a champ in every city.
I know. I'm just saying, what if?
The other problem is by the time they get a belt with us, they're going pro usually shortly after that.
That's the equivalent. That's the equivalent of me being like, Ben, I got a great idea for your gym. And you're like, yeah, well, I'm a gym owner. I understand why this don't make sense.
Well, it's worked out before, you know.
Yeah. Like I said, it happens naturally sometimes, but you know, I won't forget ever when XFN did these tournaments they were doing for like to get into Titan.
Yeah.
My God, every bracket fell apart. Oh, this guy got injured. I gotta get this guy. I gotta get that guy, and it was just it almost turned into a joke.
Do you remember the contracts they had for those?
Yeah, it was a joke.
We are your management at 20% for perpetuity of your career. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
They're getting you a contract on Titan FC. Watch out.
You know what we need to do again? Rachel actually sent me a screenshot of. Do you remember when we did like favorite fighters in different towns?
Yeah.
At like the beginning of like lockdown.
Look at that dexterity on Aldo, man. He just hopped around on one foot while Buddy was trying to do that Islam ankle sweep, hopped around, and then with his foot caught, jumped into a sprawl on the double. That is crazy.
Yeah, his takedown defense was stupid.
All right, I got Gertie on standby in the green room. So as soon as this is over, yeah, it's him.
You sure he ain't using AI?
I'm just gonna see we're gonna pull him on up in here while we're watching this last fight.
This is his teammate.
How you guys doing?
What's going on, man?
What's up, Gertie?
Yeah, it's me. Thank you for
That's
having me.
Gertie. That's not Dad Gene over there.
Nah, that's me. That's me.
Hey man, so I was wondering. I think I've asked you about this before, but now that I've seen you do MMA a few times,
Yeah.
the moniker on Instagram, the Darce Knight, does that have anything to do with jiu-jitsu, or are you just a fan and you thought Darce was cool? I don't know what like.
Well, the Darce is my favorite character. So I used to be all I used to do was I was all about jiu-jitsu for like I think like 3-4 years, and then I stopped doing jiu-jitsu and just focused on kickboxing and Muay Thai. And then for some reason, every time I get taken down, I'm like, nah, I gotta get up. I don't feel like being on the ground too much, but it is my favorite choke. I hit it all the time in the gym. It's just, I don't know. The fights don't turn out how I wanted to, but I practice it all the time.
I think when you watch this fight back, you're gonna see where you had like an opportunity or two to hit the Darce. I was like, oh, he's about to go for it.
Yeah, we were like, how they call him it?
I was going to, but I didn't want to end up on the bottom, so I was like, nah, I'm getting.
I mean, that is the right decision. You know, I've been talking up your grappling, and you haven't grappled at all.
Yes, I feel like if somebody has a grappling advantage over me, or if I have the striking advantage, I'd rather stand, to be honest.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like somebody's going to have to make me grapple. Like, you know, if I feel like it's the smartest thing to do, then I'll offensively do it. But if not, nah.
Yeah, and you fought some really good grapplers. You fought some guys that are really solid wrestlers.
Yeah, but I do like the tough fights, so I think that's what I need right now. And I think you guys, Combat Night is definitely the best at that. So I appreciate the fights, definitely.
Yeah, man. Love having you, bro. Your camp never says no to fights. You guys are ready for all the challenges. Fight Sports Deerfield and Kenley St. Louis and Thad and Jesus and everybody, Jay-Z. It's like it's really nice to work with you guys because you guys are just you're yes men. You want to fight. You want tough fights. There's no
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're warriors. I don't fear no man. I train just like you train. Let's fight. You know?
Yeah.
You got anybody you want to call out?
I forgot this kid's name, but he had like I think like a 25-second knockout. It was a crazy knockout.
Oh, from last night?
No, not from last night. It was like knockout of the year or something. Shears, I forgot his name. I can't remember his name. But I think it was a very quick 1-2 and then a left hook. I don't remember his name.
Nick Lentz's product.
Yeah.
He's like, is he
He fought Julio too.
Sean,
Seer Sanjar in the comments.
Yeah, Seer Sanjar.
Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah, I thought that would be a very exciting fight for me.
Yeah, he's a striker, bro. He wants to thump. I like that.
Definitely.
Shout out Jay Green coming through with the name.
Yeah, we would fly him out. He moved to Arizona to train.
Okay.
But we'd be down to fly him out for a fight with you.
If he's down, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, that's a fun fight for sure.
Definitely.
Yo, not many people call out somebody that gets knockout of the year.
I'm telling y'all, man, I had an issue with them saying it's let us know when they accept is the only response they ever give me. And Ginseng the same. Ginseng over there showing all these young bucks like, yo, it's age don't matter. Train smart, be smart, and you're gonna do well. Because Ginseng's fought how many of the guys that were 3-0 and 4-0 and.
Yeah, he's an inspiration.
Murked him. Yeah. Ginseng's such a freak. What's it like training with him? How is his squeeze?
He's like, I don't know. His James strength is different. It's almost like once he gets a hold of you, you cannot move.
So
That's grown man strength, man. He about 50 years old. That's what it is.
so there's this crew of Haitian guys. Sham, it's Kenley, Sham, Thad, Ginseng, I think are the core four. And like they get together every so often. I'm sure you jump into them, but every single one of them are absolute physical genetic freaks.
Yeah, I mean, Sham doesn't really train with us anymore.
He was going down for a while, like once or twice a month, just hanging out with Kenley. But now Kenley comes up north, so he doesn't drive down as much.
But yeah, all those guys are crazy strong, though. I'm honored. I'm really lucky to be a part of the team, honestly. Just to be around, learning from them, their experience, their knowledge. I'm blessed, honestly.
Yeah, no, all the guys over there you got a bunch of good mentors to look up to. Like I say, you're always easy to work with. For the first, I think like 3 or 4 fights.
Look at what Brian said.
Named as Matthew
I
Gertie.
just saw that.
I was saying it in my head, but it would be too obvious for me to agree with that, Brian. But you're right.
What?
He says it's because they're black, man.
You know, it might be right. I don't know.
So we had Matthew. We had his name as Matthew Gertie, and it wasn't his name. And Brandy was like, he's like, "Oh, that's me, but that's not my name." It tells her like whatever. She's like, "What's your name?" So she writes it down. It's completely like not even close to what Ginseng has been giving us for like 2 years, and he never said nothing about it.
It's okay. I saw it. I was like, nah, it's not a big deal. As long as they know it's me. I just
posters.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. But I want to say thank you to Ben because he I'm watching the somebody sent me a little clip and I appreciate it because I don't think people I think people underestimate me by my record, because what it looks like. But I appreciate you. Give a big shout out. Thanks.
Of course, man. You're putting on awesome performances. You deserve the credit. You've earned it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, all of you guys, though. I appreciate you guys.
For sure.
So, but maybe my next fight, I might try to hit the doors. You never know.
Hey, don't let us pressure you into doing anything that isn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it happens, we're all gonna lose our shit.
Yeah, we gotta give it somebody that just wants to grapple. That's all he wants to do, grapple.
Yeah. That's what we've been giving him.
Yeah, I mean, this opponent surprised me. Honestly, I did not expect it because I couldn't find no tape. But I'm looking at his build. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a striking fight. Okay, let's do it. And then next thing I know, I'm against the fence. I'm like, yo, what's going on? It's okay.
It's a good fight.
That's how I'm expecting the ball, I guess.
Yo, something you're really solid at too is that those knees, the way you pierce those knees and like you really hit the body with them. A lot of amateurs, they're not good because they bring them up too high or they can't get them in the body. They hit them in the balls. But you show that count a few fights, your knees.
Thank you. It's called as a Jen. Jen is the best at the knees, and it's actually funny because the morning of the fight we were working that he was telling me get the underhook to open up the rib so you can land it and push the face away so you don't hit nobody in the face. That's why I was confused when the knee landed. I knew it wasn't to the face.
What was going through your head whenever you were being told it was to the head?
Well, I was like, maybe I hit the cup. I was thinking maybe, but there's no I hit the face. But I was like, okay, I feel like he's using the time to recover. So I'm going to just chill and recover too because I'm ready to go.
You were lounging, feet up on the fence, chilling.
I'm going to just chill, get my, I'm ready because I was ready to go again, to be honest. I felt a little off about it. I would have liked it to be a clean finish, but it is what it is.
So how are you pre-fight? Are you a nervous guy? Because you seem super chill. Like your presentation is like you got a heart rate of 47 and you're just like, cool, it's gonna be what it is.
I train the same way, honestly. I'm always calm. I feel like I need to be more urgent sometimes, So I feel like the last 10 seconds of a fight, that's when I kind of go crazy when I feel like, damn, I just got held for like a minute. I gotta go, but it's just something I have to, because it's just my personality. I'm more of a calm person. It's like
So, like, when you were fighting kickboxing, like, I called you a slow starter because you pretty
Mhm.
much used the first round to kind of get your vibe. And then
yeah.
second, you started opening up, and third, you were closing out. You
Mhm.
know, like MMA, you've got a minute more per round, but you also have so many more weapons. That slow start, we see it on all levels, can, bite you in the butt. Like,
Yeah.
do you need to like be angry at the guy? Does he have to have insulted you? Like, what's gonna light that fuse so you can pop off on these guys quicker?
I guess I feel like if I'm fighting somebody that's dangerous, like, okay, this guy's coming to take my head off. I gotta go.
Oh, you
Like,
don't feel threatened, so you're like, it's cool. I'll just deal with it.
nah, I don't know. But I'll say my second fight, I forgot his name. My second kickboxing fight, I can't remember his name. He was but he was coming to knock my head off. But first 15 seconds, I got hit in the eye. I think Fredo. Yeah, I got hit.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, this dude is coming to take me. Then I was like, okay, I guess I matched the level of intensity, but it's a bad habit. I think it's from boxing because you usually, doing so many rounds, the first round, you just feel the person and see what they give you. It's just a habit I got to break out of.
Man, your technique's really clean. I'd love to see you
Mhm.
start the fight mean. I say it in all your commentaries. If you were like just a touch meaner, like your fights would not be competitive or as competitive.
I think I tried to do that my last fight with Brian Gonzalez because I knew I couldn't
You
lay
guys
back.
were getting after it.
That was good. That was a fun fight. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I knew I had to start fast, but
Yeah, he
I'm
likes to get
trying
after it too.
He definitely does, yeah. But I work on it. I'm definitely gonna work on it.
And you got the right crew, man. Kenley is all gas, no brakes. You
All the
tell him
time.
you want to be more aggressive, bro, he will help you.
No, he will. With him, it's like I guess it depends on the person I go with. Because with Kenley, I'm always going crazy, or I'm getting killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
man.
doesn't back away at no point in time.
So how old are you now?
27.
Oh, so your weight's going to be pretty consistent. You're going to stay at bantamweight, or do you think you're going to like end up getting bigger and having to move up?
Maybe I'm thinking maybe 5 years from now, but for right now, I think I'm sticking with bantamweight. I think this is my weight class. My weight cut's been pretty good. I think I'm getting better at it, so I think it's a good weight for me right now.
Yeah, you're a big 35er.
I didn't think I was, but I guess
you have a big frame.
Yeah, man, you got shoulders like a football player.
yeah. I don't even really work on it. It's just like that.
Because you're black.
It's the Zoe squad, man.
It's a Zoe squad. It might be the Zoe squad. I think it might be from boxing, though. Maybe. I think it might be from boxing because my coach is always making me do the shadow box with weights. I think it's probably what it's from, to be honest. Yeah.
All right. Anybody got any last questions for the Darce Knight?
No. I always enjoy watching you fight, man. We're back July 19th. Hopefully we get you back in there. I think you look like you were healthy after the fight. I know you like to stay active, so I'm gonna talk to Ginseng about you.
Definitely. Let's do it. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Man.
Hell yeah, man.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Of course. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Goodbye. All right, guys. Any closing thoughts? We are approaching our longest live ever.
Yeah.
We didn't really.
Bedtime.
We actually didn't get to say anything about the end of that Dominguez fight as it was happening when we started talking to Gertie. Anybody have any comments on that?
Hammer fists were great. He was touching Garcia up. Once he shut down all those shots, I think that sucked the life out of Garcia. And when Aldo got on top and started hammer fisting him, he had no answer for it. He was just stuck and taking damage.
Yes, it was a very just mothering ground and pound. It was very effective. I would have thought that Ortega could get out of that. He's a ground guy, I thought he would have I guess he's probably not on his back a lot.
Yeah.
He pulled guard though.
I mean, I don't think he felt he had a chance, getting the takedown. Aldo's hips were so high above his head. That sprawled at the ground. He was getting squashed.
Yeah. Aldo's the truth, man.
It's true.
All right. I'm right behind the boss man over here. It's past my bedtime. I gotta be at work at 7 in the morning.
All right, homie. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Take care.
Any closing words from you, gents?
Go to fighttape.us. Get the best gauze and tape on the market.
No, this Broward show definitely, man. When it comes to the amateur scene, I'll give you the Broward Fort Lauderdale has the best fights for amateur fights. I'll give you that.
Can
a concession. That? Yeah, right. I got it.
Yeah, Broward County is the best place for Combat Night amateur fight events. Yes.
You can clip it where he says Combat Night events and just.
All right, we're back May 17th for a pro installment in Jacksonville.
Duval.
And then we'll be that's all we have to worry about right now. May 17th. We'll have a pre-show, we'll have a post-show, and we hope all of you guys there's a pro show in St. Pete.
Okay.
And a amateur show in Orlando.
Beautiful.
That's June. I don't want to misspeak. I think 6th and 20. Oh God, I don't have it right in front of me. So
Instagram will tell you.
Yes, make sure you're following us and hit the like and subscribe button on this page if you don't already. If you're watching this, you're probably a hardcore Combat Night fan. We appreciate you, but make sure you're subscribing and hit the like on that video so some more people can see the same stuff that you like. That's what we want to do is share this. So
you can get whatever you like.
Check us out on Instagram, and if you watch TikTok, you can check us out on that too. We're over there. But for all of us here at Combat Night, thanks for joining us for this post-show wrap-up from Combat Night Fort Lauderdale. For all the guys, we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Later, y'all.